Zack, focus. There are no Shinra troops on this train, understood?
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we are looking at the often forgotten but heavily influential handheld console by talking about the 20 best PSP games. Let's do it. Before we continue, we publish content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of our latest videos. Little Big Planet.
On Little Big Planet, you become a delightful little sack person.
For new fans who don't know, Sackboy has a solid PlayStation legacy, including the PSP spin-off Little Big Planet. Though PlayStation isn't as known for platforming icons today, Little Big Planet is a testament to the brand's ability to create platformers that are genre-defining. While more streamlined than the PS3 installments, this PSP entry shines with its diverse levels and beloved feature allowing players to craft their own levels. Even though it dropped on PS3, it thrived on PSP. I'm a poet, and I didn't even mean to rhyme just now. Wait. Siphon Filter Dark Mirror.
Leon, I'm inside the compound.
Copy that. Gabe, they were ready and waiting for us.
Yeah, they were waiting. But I guarantee they're not ready.
Now primarily recognized for the PS4 exclusive Days Gone, Bend Studio originally developed the third-person stealth series Siphon Filter, which is actually set in the same universe, but that's info for another list. The game was well received critically, marking a return to form after the mixed reception of its predecessor by focusing on a more streamlined main storyline. It also enhanced gameplay by offering players greater options during stealth segments and introducing new weapon types for third-person combat. Siphon Filter on the PS1 walked, so Siphon Filter on the PSP could run.
Go!
Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. The Grand Theft Auto franchise achieved notable success on the PSP, with Chinatown Wars emerging as the most acclaimed entry on Sony's portable system. Originally released for the Nintendo DS, the PSP version maintained the top-down perspective of the former, reminiscent of the first two games in the main series. Despite its different presentation, Chinatown Wars received widespread praise. The comic book style art direction resonated with players, effectively accommodating the lower specifications of handheld gaming compared to home consoles. It was a change in style that never stuck, but landed pretty hard. Maybe it didn't stick because it was so smooth. Castlevania: The Dracula X Chronicles. For years, Dracula X Rondo of Blood was seen as a hidden gem in the Castlevania series, long confined to a rare Japan-exclusive release. Then came Castlevania: The Dracula X Chronicles, which offered not only a 2.5D remake of Rondo of Blood, but also the original game and an enhanced version of the iconic Symphony of the Night from the PlayStation. It was so much bang for your buck that it seems almost too good to be true. To this day, it stands as one of the best horror games in the Castlevania series. Secret Agent Clank.
I will report back with my findings.
Remember, Agent, I've got my eye on you.
If you're after a stylish and capable Ratchet & Clank spin-off, Secret Agent Clank is your guy. So much so that it's kinda shocking this entry hadn't dropped sooner. Clank takes on this solo adventure with finesse, mixing the classic Ratchet & Clank gameplay with diverse 3D platforming challenges. Packed with gadgets, outlandish weapons, and familiar allies, Clank's spin-off brims with the series' signature creativity and polish. The PSP was defined by these spin-off titles, almost intentionally bringing smaller side characters to the smaller side console.
And then...
Yeah, everyone in here is innocent. This may be a bit of a shock to the system, but if you want to survive in here for more than today, you better have a little fight in you.
Huh?
Dissidia 12 Final Fantasy.
You figure they all made it to Cosmos by now?
I guess they could have. You must be tired, huh?
Of course I am. Laguna led us down the scenic road. I don't know what you were thinking.
Yeah, I Could have sworn this was the quick route.
The original Dissidia Final Fantasy dialed up the fan service, but its sequel, Dissidia 012 Final Fantasy, turns the dial for Final Fantasy up to M. And if you don't understand just how funny that joke is, you're dead to me. Serving as a prequel to the first Dissidia, the newer entry combines traditional JRPG elements with higher energy, one-on-one fighting mechanics, while also addressing balance tweaks from the first game and introducing 9 new Final Fantasy characters. The game was just insane for fans, and combined with near-perfect gameplay, it's the recipe for a standout game on the console. In fact, at least top 20. Gran Turismo.
Ready? Start!
Gran Turismo PSP is a game that defied expectations with its impressive visuals and performance on the PSP. It stands as one of the best racing titles on the console. The game went so far under the radar that when you Google Gran Turismo PSP, the top result is a thread asking if the game was good, for someone who missed it. The game doesn't just look stunning, it's packed with content, featuring over 800 cars, 35 tracks, and smooth 60 FPS gameplay. 60 FPS on the PSP? Valkyria Chronicles 2.
俺はアバンだ。よろしくな。お前は。
あ、そっか。挨拶まだだったね。私はコゼット。よろしく。
Many worried that this portable sequel to the PS3's Valkyria Chronicles would lose the series' signature depth. Those fools will never doubt the PSP again. Valkyria Chronicles 2 continues the first game's story seamlessly, guiding players through the Landseal Royal Military Academy and immersing them in complex, rewarding conflicts on and off the battlefield. With extensive troop management, vehicle customization, and strategic gameplay in Galia's War, it quickly becomes clear that this handheld entry stands confidently alongside its console counterpart. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII.
Zack, focus. There are no Shinra troops on this train, understood?
Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII brings fans back to one of gaming's most beloved worlds in a way that feels perfectly suited for handheld play. It's also my personal favourite entry on this list, so I'm going to talk about it for a bit longer. Oops. With plenty of time to spend alongside Zack and other Final Fantasy VII favourites, the game's short burst missions let you dive into the adventure without the lengthy grind typical of RPGs. The unique slot machine system keeps battles lively, adding an element of luck and surprise to every single encounter. This was also an early project directed by the same man who went on to make Final Fantasy XV. But don't let that deter you. I actually love Final Fantasy XV, I was just dogpiling for comedic effect.
Resolved.
Loco Roco 2. Loco Roco 2 is simply impossible to dislike. Go ahead, try. Within minutes, Japan Studio's irresistibly charming platform puzzler will have you singing along with its delightful blobs and exploring their vibrant, colourful world at every opportunity. This sequel brings back everything that made Loco Roco a hit, like Loco and Roco. Guys, I'm so funny. You'll find yourself eagerly rolling, bumping, and squishing the Loco Rocos through imaginative landscapes to uncover all its secrets and bonus missions. Go buy a PSP and get yourself some Loco Roco. Patapon 3. Describing this quirky PSP exclusive series without using the word Patapon itself is nearly impossible. It's like trying to eat food without your tongue. Mixing rhythm mechanics with strategic elements, Patapon feels like Lemmings meets Guitar Hero. In Patapon 3, developer Pyramid refines the formula to perfection, tasking you with leading an army of Patapons to victory against the 7 evil Archfiends by tapping out drum beats to command their actions. And I fully understand for those who've never played it, I may as well have just said, the game tasks you with leading the Binga Bang Booms to victory against Wriggledy Diggly Bubba Boom. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories.
Listen, if plans change, I'll let you know. What's this?
It's a pager, tough guy. Welcome to the 80s, Vic.
GTA Vice City Stories may not be the first GTA game on a portable console, but it's undoubtedly the most polished on the PSP. As a prequel to the PS2's Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories pushes the PSP's limit to deliver a vibrant, immersive experience that ties into the main game in really interesting ways, not unsimilar to Better Call Saul. With a revamped game engine, it showcases a cleaner, visually striking version of Vice City on a handheld device.
You must be Vic. Jerry told me about you. Hey, I used to be in the service.
Yeah, listen. He said you'd have some money for me.
Sure. Well, I ain't a bank. I don't have it on me, but I'll take you to it.
Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions. Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions takes the tactical RPG classic from the original PlayStation and enhances it with new characters, job classes, and beautifully animated cutscenes, giving even longtime fans reasons to dive back in. Even to this day, it is mentioned in the never-ending how to do a remake right debate. The plot is complex, but if you stick with it, you'll find yourself captivated by the strategic depth as you build a fine-tuned army. The game isn't particularly forgiving for newcomers, but those who commit to learning its systems will find it thoroughly rewarding. It's not that hard. Just play it, coward. Persona 3 Portable.
No one can escape time. It delivers us all to the same end. You can't plug your ears and cover your eyes.
The PSP adaptation of Persona 3 takes the PS2 original and infuses it with a fresh feel that enhances its handheld experience. It's somewhat abridged, but to its benefit, not its demise. By optimizing the overworld for quick exploration and changing the protagonist's gender from male to female, the narrative tone shifts, offering longtime fans something new to engage with. These impactful changes make the PSP version a standout entry in the JRPG genre, but its greatest strength lies in its exceptional dungeon crawling, which remains unparalleled in the RPG landscape, rivaled only by Persona 4 Golden on the PS Vita. Handheld versions of Persona truly do I'm worried that's only an Australian saying. It's a good thing. Kingdom Hearts: Birth by Sleep. Kingdom Hearts: Birth by Sleep could have easily been a quick cash grab, a portable title designed to appease fans anxiously awaiting a true sequel. Instead, Square Enix crafted one of the series' most significant games, enriching the unique lore with the same meticulous attention found in other installments. A few trips to familiar Disney locations quickly immerse players back into the Kingdom Hearts experience. If you're craving more Disney, this one has been ported to every console, and it's well worth your time.
The Unversed. As wielders of the Keyblade, you are tasked with striking down any who would upset the balance of light and darkness. The Unversed are no exception.
Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. This game defined my PSP experience. Serving as a sort of definitive edition of Monster Hunter 2, Freedom Unite offered players the chance to embark on exhilarating new hunts against now iconic monsters. Various quality of life enhancements, including the introduction of the Feline Comrade system, which has evolved with each new installment, made Unite a joy to play with friends via the PSP's wireless connection. If nostalgia for the PSP had a face, it would undoubtedly resemble the countless hours spent playing Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Lumines Puzzle Fusion. Lumines is a timeless classic and one of the best puzzle games you can experience, hands down. The psychedelic puzzler satisfies our synesthesia cravings by creatively blending light and sound, ensuring that every round feels as fresh and exhilarating as the last, even more than a decade after its release. It arguably rivals Portal, and that is a big call. Lumines transforms block matching into an art form, with each new skin changing the gameplay landscape and evolving a familiar concept into a trippy, rhythm-infused, zen-like retreat for the senses. That was fun to say. Daxter.
With 55 of the nastiest lurkers you ever saw. Suddenly they came at me from the left, so I moved to the right with a chop and a kick and a...
If there is a game that comes to people's mind when they think of the PSP, this is probably that game. Daxter is the unexpected spin-off of the Jak and Daxter PS2 series that you never knew you wanted. Set at the beginning of Jak 2, filling in those 2 years Jak underwent Dark Eco Infusion, the open-world platformer/shooter follows the wisecracking ocelot Daxter as he embarks on a mission to rescue Jak. The impressive visual and gameplay quality of Daxter on such a compact portable console was remarkable at the time, and it still stands strong today as a premium action adventure featuring a cohesive story worthy of a Jak and Daxter name. God of War, Ghost of Sparta. Ready at Dawn and Santa Monica Studio truly captured lightning in a bottle by bringing the God of War series to Sony's handheld with God of War Chains of Olympus, which was an impressive feat. However, Ghost of Sparta takes it a step further with one of the best God of War entries ever made. I played this in the back seat of my parents' car on a long road trip, and they were concerned by the sounds. While it may not match the epic scale of its console counterparts, it comes remarkably close and introduces a few new combat moves along the way. Explore, enjoy, wear headphones. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker captures the blockbuster essence of its console counterparts in a way that makes us wonder if Hideo Kojima secretly enhanced our PSPs. The game defined the PSP as a legitimate console by showing players that if there was a series entry on the handheld system, it was probably going to be powerful enough to affect the plot of console entries in the series, which forced us all to get PSPs to keep up with the story of God of War and Kingdom Hearts and, of course, Metal Gear Solid. The outrageous plot, abundant bonus content, and intricate army building mechanics later featured in Metal Gear Solid 5 keep you engaged throughout its impressive 30-hour runtime. Yes, 30 hours. With the addition of multiplayer co-op and versus mode, these features make Peace Walker feel like a real, full console game. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos.